welcome to Apex Reviews, where the products don't matter and the reviews are all biased. Today we're going to be looking at our trip on the Royal Caribbean Adventure of the Seas. This was a 7-day cruise that went to Nassau, Labadee Haiti, and the Dominican Republic. Before we get started, let's take a look at our room. We were in the 9,000s. Our room slept 5. Those portholes faced the front of the ship, which made it real nice. We had 2 bunk beds, a pull-out couch, and a king bed. There was plenty of room for my family of 5. Both of my boys are over 6 foot, and my little girl's not so little anymore, coming in at about 5.5 feet. We all had suitcases, but there were 2 closets and lots of drawers. I have to say, this was one of the nicer rooms I've stayed in. As far as this cruise is concerned, this room was not a problem. The room was kept nice and clean and top-notch shape, and there were always funny animals on the bed. That's one thing I do enjoy about cruising. Before we got going too far on the cruise, we decided to walk around and take a tour. The boat is actually very nice. Dining at the Windjammer Cafe was never too busy. We could always find seats for our 5. We liked sitting in the back where all the windows were, and made for a nice view while we ate. The food wasn't too bad either. There is an upper bar area that serves drinks and overlooks the deck. This is a good spot to hang out if the weather's bad, maybe play some cards. There was always live music and dance lessons in the middle of the ship. You could shop or you could just hang out and drink. It was a good time. We didn't spend much time in the casino, but we generally saw quite a few people there. There are a couple bars located around the boat. Usually at least one of them has live music, and the other one is doing some sort of activity or game. The main dining hall was very nice. The food was pretty good. The service, well, I've had better. 5 out of 7 nights the food was slow, or we were missing pieces of our order. This is not common though for Royal Caribbean. I'm not sure what was going on with this boat. Our first stop was Nassau. Nassau is Nassau. If you've never been to Nassau, you should go, but only once. I didn't take much video there. Then we had a day on sea. That was pretty nice. It was a little rocky and a little windy, but they couldn't help that. They did put on a belly flop contest, which was pretty enjoyable. It did seem like Royal Caribbean was always trying to keep you entertained one way or the other. The weather on this trip wasn't the best. It was a little chilly. I don't know that I'll do a December trip again. That night we had live music. I'll just let this guy speak for himself. We didn't stay for the whole show. We decided to go check out what was happening on the flow rider. They do have surfing under the stars, which is pretty fun. This guy wasn't too bad. If you're a beginner, they'll give you some tips. But if you've been before, they'll give you a special band that lets you come and surf only when expert riders are on there. That's the most fun. I definitely recommend working towards getting that band. This way you can avoid the lines. Our second stop was Labadee Haiti. The weather here didn't cooperate either. I don't know if this is a seasonal thing or if we just got unlucky, but our trip here was nothing but wind and rain. We did manage to wander around the island though. Halfway through our day in Labadee, the captain called everybody back to the ship. He said it was getting too windy and that we had to leave port. so that day was cut short. But that's not a big deal. The weather wasn't that good anyway. That night was different entertainment. This guy was actually really good. Our final destination was the Dominican Republic. This was by far our most favorite. This pool was a great spot, but I have to warn you, the music was cranked up. Speakers were everywhere. I enjoy loud music, but this even had my eardrums bleeding. They definitely had it cranked up to 11. We had to find a new spot. After we found these birds, we found a lazy river closer to the beach. We spent most of our day there. There were 3 bars all in the water, so getting drinks was easy. This was by far our best day. Leaving the DR was sad. It was a beautiful place. I wish we could have spent more time there. On our way back to Port Canaveral, we ended up watching Elf. I'll have to say, I'm not much of a cruiser. I don't know that I'm going to go back again. While the cruise itself is reasonably priced, you end up spending a ton of money for drinks or the alcohol package. You can't just get it for yourself. You have to get it for you and your spouse, and if you're the only one drinking, they don't care. $36 a day for the Coke package, or $350 for the trip for one person for the alcohol package was a little steep. I don't know if it was the combination of the weather, the boat, or the amount of money I was spending on drinks, but I don't see myself going on a cruise again. This guy had a good time though. Thanks for watching.